What's up, guys? It's Matt. First off, happy Halloween. It is about 3 o'clock on Halloween in the afternoon. I worked the last 2 nights, so I got off, at 7 o'clock this morning and went home, slept, and I got up, showered, and I'm going to pick up my kids a little early from daycare, so to get ready for our trick-or-treating and stuff tonight. But I just wanted to shoot this to kind of recap. So this week was the start of my 4th week of precepting, and it was my first opportunity this week to get into the ED. So that was an interesting experience. I've been excited and looking forward to getting precepted a little bit down there because, let's face it, the ED is where kind of things are unpredictable in a sense. You never really know what's going to come in, what they're going to call you for. So Monday night was a little hectic, at least early on. Even though I have assisted in intubations as a student, it was my first opportunity to assist in an intubation since being a working paid therapist. So I got to see that, and that was cool. It was just to kind of get back into the swing of that type of situation. It was an airway protection intubation, not like a code or anything. So it was still pretty cool to see. And assist. Our charge therapist actually did the intubation, and my preceptor was on her right, and I was on the left. So we had to change blades once because the first blade was a little, I think it was a little big, so our second blade was a little smaller. And then I believe it was one of our intensivist NPs from our adult ICU who was actually down there running the code, which is actually why our charge wound up down there, because this NP is not normally in the ED putting in orders for any reason. It was kind of weird. And well, I guess it wasn't weird for me. I'd never really seen him before, so but he pulled me and got the orders, checking for color change, checking for equal bilateral breath sounds, and then later on got to transport him up to the ICU. So I don't know, it was just a really cool experience. You run around a lot of breathing treatments, whether they're indicated or not. Some doctors just order them, and sometimes if they're like repeat patients, like a lot of the times, it's like the doctors apparently click a checkbox and it populates old orders, whether they're indicated or not. So, good therapists on top of you to make sure, but to at least communicate, like, hey, I don't know the efficacy of these treatments for this patient, or whatever. So, and then also with the adult ED at my hospital, you usually also have the pediatric ED. So to go over and do some treatments over there, and over there they do more of the Q20s or back-to-backs sometimes, like Q20 times 3 or back-to-back albuterol times 2. We didn't do any continuous